Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you getting a garden bed ready in the winter time so it is ready to go for spring planting, which I'm pretty excited about, but it's still the middle of winter right now, so looking ahead to the future here. These garden beds have been here for the best part of a decade, and I have been using them for about the last four and a half years. And I'm really grateful that they were here for me to use, but they need a little bit of love and attention now because I have been using them pretty extensively. So out here, the soil level has dropped, so it needs a bit of topping up. And it's dropped because I have burned through a lot of the organic matter that's in there, and I have been topping it up, but it's time to give it some good love and attention. We have had a lot of rain, as I have mentioned a lot of other times in these videos. The one benefit to having so much rain is I have been able to get out here into these gardens and get out these really tough perennial weeds with these giant tap roots, and I've been able to just pull them out, which is fantastic because they do give me some headaches. We're going to go and start getting that soil and compost top up here now. I thought I would take advantage of the fact that I have been filling up my new raised garden beds, so I have a big pile of compost and topsoil sitting in my yard right now. Perfect opportunity to get this bed topped up. I have been topping it up every year with mulch, horse manure, bits and pieces like that. But the more biologically active your soil is, the faster it burns through the carbon, the organic matter that you give it. And I've got to a point now where it is very biologically active and it is using that organic matter quickly. So it needs some more mineral topsoil in here to keep things moving. And that's what we're doing now. All right, that is 3 wheelbarrow loads of my mineral topsoil and some compost that's mixed with it. And I also brought in a little bit of leaf wood chip mulch that's been sitting for a while. I'll tell you why I brought that in just a moment. It was really heavy. It was very wet. That was quite a bit of hard work. It's gonna get my rake and we're gonna get this all spread out. Right, so gotta see if I've brought in enough here. I really hope that I have. And the reason I brought this mulch in is not to add more organic matter, because I'd have to bring a lot of it if I was going to do that. But it's to add in some good fungi to my soil, because the more biological diversity you can get in your garden bed, the happier your soil's going to be, the happier your plants are going to be, the more worms and all sorts of helpful critters are going to move in and be happy in your garden. And that's just going to make the whole system work fantastically. Right, that's pretty much good enough because I'm going to have to go over it again in a moment. We're going to add in our fertilizers now. Very important step. So I'll grab my bucket and we'll get in to putting that on. Right, we're at the fertilizer part of this prepping the garden bed. And when I'm talking about fertilizer in the winter time, I am not talking about like nitrogen and phosphorus and things that are super available to the plant right now. I'm talking about things that are for the soil. I'm talking about things that are going to take a long time to break down and become plant available. So, what we're going to do there is, in my wonderful bucket of tricks, I have a lot of calcium. You know how much I love calcium. So I have garden lime, agricultural lime, and I have gypsum, and that is mostly what you're seeing going out here. I have a whole bunch of layer mash. Yes, chicken feed. My chickens decided that there was just no way they were gonna eat it. So I decided I will use it as fertilizer. And that is going to break down over time into pretty much all the things that plants are going to need. And it's utilizing what would have been a waste product because they were not going to eat it. They were very unhappy about that. The worms in here, all the soil bacteria, they are going to just take all of this I've just put in, they're going to mix it through the soil, and they're going to turn it into formats that they can offer back to the plants come springtime when the plants need it. And that is pretty cool. We're now on to our final step, which is chucking on a nice thick layer of mulch. If you guys have been enjoying this video or any of our other videos on our channel so far, we'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button down below. Why am I putting on this much mulch? There's a reason. The first reason is it's gonna stop weeds growing up over this time where the garden is just chilling. And the other reason is I want all of that biology in my soil, particularly all those earthworms that are in there, to work really hard for me incorporating this fertilizer. So I need to give them a nice roof to work under, because otherwise they're not going to come up into those top layers of soil I want them to work in. This mulch I have here is linseed straw, which I find fantastic. It kind of makes its own thick weed matting over the garden. And that's it. That is all we're going to do. Going to spread this mulch out, and this garden is ready to just chill until it's planting time in spring.